Over the next few weeks, I'm going to do like a little mini series, as you were, on a Flow Friday. Something I've kind of wanted to do for a while, break some stuff down remedially, and get you focusing on the different joint actions a little bit more. You've seen some of these movements in the flows that we've done, but I'm going to regress them way back and just give you something that you can do during your time, your lunchtime maybe, and get up off your laptop and just get moving around and get the joint actions moving a little bit more freely. I'm going to break this into sort of 4 videos, and then the 5th video I'm going to puzzle it all together as one big flow, as it were, or a warm-up, pre-training, really good to do, or just something you can do on your lunch break. So this week we're going to focus on the ankle, the calcaneus. So a calcaneus joint, the ankle, very important thing. Obviously it helps us balance, helps us control our body weight. It's very good for stability, of course. Helps control impact through the ground forces through as you have your foot straight, walking or running. So quite an important thing. So when we're looking at the calcaneus, if we start to lose range in what the calcaneus can do, we'll then start seeing restrictions in specific muscle groups. So if we start to lose dorsal and plantar flexion, we could see restriction in the soleus or the gastrocnemius in the calf here, or we could also see restrictions or tightnesses through the tibialis anterior, the front of the shin here. This is quite a common thing for those that may suffer with shin splints. So this is a really nice warm-up that you can do for your ankles to help promote range in the joint, give it a little bit more freedom to move in space, and help strengthen a little bit of the ligaments and tendons that surround the calcaneus, both of the medial line and the lateral line of the joint. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're actually going to test the range. So I'm filming upstairs in our change rooms, as you can see. So you can use a door frame for this. So firstly, what I want to establish is the range of what my ankle has at the moment. Now my range is going to be quite restricted. My calf is still a little bit sore from the weekend. So this is a really good thing to do. So first and foremost, we want to do a knee touch. So we're going to bring our toes so they're touching the door frame or the wall. And all you're going to do is you're going to touch your knee to the wall. Okay? So this is quite easy to achieve. What we want to do is then just shuffle back, touch again, shuffle back, touch again, shuffle back, and keep shuffling back until you can't touch the wall without your heel. So just there is where my heel now wants to raise off of the floor to get my knee to touch the wall. So it's a good space to be. So if I measure this, now we've got 8, so about 11 finger paces from the wall. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just focus on the flexion of the calcaneus. So from here we're going to do 20 knee touches, and we're going to drop back. So we're in dorsiflexion here. We're going to pull our toes upwards towards the knee. As we drop forward, we're going to promote a little bit of that plantar flexion and touch the knee to the wall. Okay, so I'm a bit far away there, so probably more about 10 fingers. Okay, so nice and easy. Doesn't have to be slow, doesn't have to be controlled. Obviously don't slam your knee into the wall. Just a light touch. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so nice and easy, forward, back, but each time I'm coming back up onto my heel and dropping forward. Okay, from there we're going to look now at inversion, eversion of the calcaneus joint. So same action, we're going to start up on dorsiflexion, but this time as we come down and plant our foot and aim towards the door, we're actively going to use our femur to come into internal rotation and push our patella, our kneecap here, over the big toe. Okay, so we're working on that inversion. So as we drop down, we're now going to force here. So you can see I'm using my femur to internally rotate, pushing my knee over my big toe. Okay? So I'm using my femur, not so much my pelvis. My pelvis is going to move at the same time, but I'm focusing on what my femur is doing in space, coming into internal rotation. Thirteen, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay? So now we're going to do the opposite of that. So we're now going to focus on the eversion of the calcaneus joint. So this time we are going to focus on external rotation of the femur, which is going to cause a little bit of internal rotation of the pelvis, because the two go against each other. So as I drop my foot down now, I'm going to externally rotate my femur and push my knee over the little toe, so my knee will naturally now come past the door frame here, just like so. And you'll feel that at the top on the lateral line of the calcaneus. But yeah, actively really push that knee to the lateral line. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19, and 20. Okay? So the next exercise, this time we're going to keep the foot completely flat. Okay? So all we're going to do here is we're just going to wiggle the patella. We're going to use our foot to dictate, and we're going to wiggle the patella from side to side, again focusing on that eversion. Again, 20 reps. So each rep would be forward and back. So it's giving it a little wiggle to create a bit more space through that calcaneus, through eversion and inversion. 20. Next one, from here, and again keep our foot flat, but this time we're going to roll our calcaneus joint. Okay, so we're going to go internal rotation of the femur, drive out, drive in. Okay, so we're going through both internal and external rotation of the femur, pushing our knee towards the wall or the marker. Again, each rep is forward and back. That's about 12. Okay, so that is it. They're the 5 exercises really for the calcaneus. So now we're going to retest. So we come back to our starting point. So I was about 11 before my heel wanted to drift away. So little touch, keep touching, keep pushing that knee forward until you're at that point, so about there, where your heel wants to raise up. So if I mark it again, so 4, 4, 12, and then 1.5. So about 13.5 finger points from the wall. So I've created essentially nearly about 2 centimeters, maybe just a bit over, of space just by working through those movements. Okay, so it's a really nice warm-up exercise to do for the ankles. It's a really nice exercise to do in general, especially if you do suffer with some restrictions in the calf muscles. Mine is still feeling quite tight. Or if you do suffer from a little bit of shin splints, there's a really nice exercise to do. So you can repeat those for a couple of sets on each leg, and you'll find that you should create a little bit more space for the calcaneus joint to move. So again, really nice. So that's the calcaneus, nice and easy one today. Next week we're going to get into pelvic flexion and extension and working through the hamstring and lower back, and then we'll keep coming north until we get towards the neck. Okay, so again, a couple of sets on each. So just to set up, you've got your test to begin with to find out where that point is where your heel wants to come off the floor before your knee reaches the wall. Then you've got your forward and back flexion extension. Then you've got just internal rotation of the femur, pushing the knee over the big toe. Then just external rotation of the femur, pushing the knee over the little toe. Then you've got the rocking, the rolling going in between inversion and eversion. Then you've got the kind of around the world movement, again focusing on inversion and eversion of the calcaneus joint. Once you've worked through those 4 movements, then you retest, see if you've got any improvement in range in the ankle. Okay, so again, 2 sets, both legs, alternate between the 2, and yeah, really good. So from me, hope you guys are staying well, staying healthy. You've had a good week so far, and I will catch y'all next week. Have a good one.